What are you doing, Scooby? Looking for a rat? Where's that rat? Where's that rat at? Boy. Alright, Scooby's here. Everybody want to see him. He's here today. Alright, get to work. What are you going to do? You already have some plastic earlier. He's going to go back to his bed. That's what he's going to do. He can go bite somebody outside. He can do that too. You can come over here and play? Yeah, he's going to bother me. Okay, we're going to get our crank done today. My day off, so that's what we do on my day off. We work. Alright, we're not working on the 45 crank, we're working on the big twin crank. Okay, we cleaned these cases up yesterday. So, they're what they are. What are you barking at over there? Get the new neighbor dog out there howling. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and assemble up the crank here. We fitted out the other day. So now it's time to do some assembly work. Okay, first gonna get some room to work. Do that. Okay, S&S does a good job of bolting the cranks together, so that's going to be tight. I'm not going to check it because they're always good. We're going to put the crank pin in it though. Okay, so we use sleeve retainer Loctite to hold the taper, and I use red Loctite to hold the nut. S&S uses green on both sleeve retainer. The nut doesn't need to be on there that tight. They're already tight when you tighten them down. Alright. So this is our crank pin. Always give it a final wipe down before you use it. Just in case. The key's missing somewhere. What do I do with the key? See down, you leave stuff alone for a few days. Lose your parts. Great. Let's see, what do we do with the key? Unknown. Disappeared. Could be laying on the floor, or it could be laying over here on the towel. There it is. Oh shit, dumbass. It's already got a key on it. Probably a pin and key anyway. Not even the right key. Okay, so you want to put the Loctite on the taper, but not on the hole. Don't put it in the oil hole. Like that. It only belongs in the lower part of the taper because it squeezes up anywhere. Put the red over here in the threads. A decent amount on there. One place I don't skimp on the Loctite, it's on the threads. You don't want this nut to come loose. You're going to put in the press and really torque the snot out of it. We'll pull it down probably about 450 or whatever feels good. Alright, nice and tight. Now you want to wipe the Loctite off right here next to the flywheel if there's any there. Use that rag. Okay. Make sure it's all nice and clean there. No, no Loctite where the bearings go. Definitely a bad thing. Here is our assembly lube. I keep showing you this stuff over and over because everybody asks me what I use. Watch the video. After the first 100 replies, I get tired of replying to the same questions over and over and over. Taper there. Okay. A little bit of oil over here on the side of the rod area. Just to make sure it's not dry. Okay, we're using the old aluminum cages instead of the S&S steel cages. Got good oversized bearings. So male goes in the center. That's the fat one. Don't drop it on the floor. Make sure there's no dirt on it. So stack them up like that. Now the assembly oil that's inside on the crank pin there will hold the rollers a little bit, so you just pack the rollers in there. Then the rods will be able to slide down onto them. Probably don't have enough rollers here, but we'll see. I already cleaned these rollers off earlier, so get all the oil and puke off of them. You want to have everything else clean and then run filthy ass rollers in your motor. This is the first part that fails usually in a motor, so it's the most critical. Looks like we're going to be just about right. Look at that. I guessed correctly. Yep, all in there. Yep, guessed right on that one. I wonder how close we'll be on this set. Hey Scooby. Back and get the top row here. Try not to miss a hole. Every hole has a roller. Doesn't help if you leave out a couple. I've seen that done though. Don't know if they did it by mistake or they just ran out of rollers, I'm not sure. Sometimes you don't want to go in a hole like that one. When you force it in like that, make sure it rotates when you're done. It's tight. Probably tighter than it should be. Go back and forth a couple times, it knocks off the high spot. sure there's no little chip or burr in there that disappeared. Alright. You only dropped one. So if you don't like the feel of something, double check it. If that roller didn't rotate freely, it would slide. Get a flat spot in it, it'll quit working. That would not be a good thing. Another one that was tight, but it's free. Maybe a gust right on both. Damn, amazing. Exactly the right count. All I did was pour a bunch of rollers in my hand. Must have done it more than once. Surprisingly, that's not the first time I've done that. Yep, they're all in there. Okay, now we take some oil. Lube them up liberally. This might be the only oil you see. If your oil pump doesn't work, it just doesn't get any oil to it. You'd be surprised how far you can run on just this little amount of oil in here. I've seen motors run many, many miles with no oil pressure and not hurt the crank. You got good assembly lube. My dad had one guy put over 100 miles on the motor with an oil pump working. Took the motor apart, it was fine on the crank. Can't say much for the rest of it though. A little bit on the faces here too. This one's pretty tight faces. Make comments about my workbench throwing parts around. That's not thrown, see that? That's just laying it down. Steel workbenches echo. Just this piece of plastic. Yeah, see how much noise that makes? Not like I'm throwing it. So when you comment about me throwing crap around, stick it. Okay, so you gotta make sure you put the rods on the crank correctly. If in doubt, check it. Now if the rods didn't want to go down, take a little screwdriver, run across the roller and shove them all in. And the rod should just drop. Don't force it. If you have to force it, something's wrong. So first thing you check after you put the rods in it, make sure that you're on the pinion side and the rear rod's on top. Otherwise they're in backwards. That would be a bad thing. Okay. Now take the sleeve retainer and put it on the taper. This time you don't want to run more than about halfway up the taper, 2/3 max, because we can't wipe this off, so we don't want any excess on there. And I'm only putting it on my finger, see a little bit on the finger there? Just enough to smear around, just enough to put a coat on there. No extra. And you put red on the threads. A little bit too much in that one spot, but oh well. Alright, then you take the crank, stick it on. I get a little twist in it on purpose, lightly spin it back. When you spin it back, that smears the Loctite all the way across the face and leaves it. You know, I use the workbench to hold the crank straight because you don't want to have it twisted like this. You want to try the best to hold it. Now if you keep torque on the nut, it will twist the crank naturally. So just hit it hard real quick and then stop. You take a straight edge, put it across 90 degrees the crank pin and see if the crank has moved on you. So this one has a small gap right here. Hear it? So it moved up a little bit on me. Try it again. Better. Okay, now we go over to the press. Tighten the crank down. Loctite put away. Lock the excess on there. And now we take it. Oil all over the place already. So we take the crank and the oil and we go over to the press. I got to deal with the camera, so we have to come over here and hold everything. We're going to work our way over here to the truing stand. Okay, so in the press, I hold it here between my blocks. These are in here because the wheel will fall through here, so you got to get it up high enough you can press on the crank. When you press down the crank, it won't rotate. You can see all of the years of using it, how it radiuses it off a little bit. What are you doing, Scooby? Scooby's going over there. What are you doing, Scooby? Listen to that dog make noise. All right. So I put it in the center here. You want to push evenly on the crank, preferably on the thick part. Put about 4.5 tons of pressure on it right there to hold it. And this is a dial gauge, so 500 is way over here when you tighten it up. So give it an initial torque. Relieve it. Tighten it again. If you don't do it, it tends to pull the wheels in like that, because you are pulling it together when you do this. Very good that way. Okay, I'm going to put some torque to it, so 500 is way over there. We didn't get there yet, did we? It pulls in the wrong ways. Okay, where's my 5 at? There's about 4.5, 480. Close enough. Okay. Now you want to make sure that you got rod in play. You gotta make sure it rotates freely. You want to make sure you got that side play there. Right, so you're going back and forth. So you want to make sure you got that. Make sure you got some clearances on your rod. Feel a little snug for what I was doing, but well. Camera goes over here. Actually, I'll put the camera over here. This light's going to screw with us quite a bit. Throw these boxes. There we go. I'm not used to working in sunshine. It's dark when I'm working. Well, it's still killing the damn camera. Camera doesn't like that light at all. Oh well. Scooby don't like it either. I got Scooby. Yeah, it can be nice and hot in here. I got to be in there. Okay, so now I gotta oil up my tapers here. Don't want to run them dry. There we go, Scooby. Okay. Okay. Put your needles on here. Make sure it clears the crank pin. It does. Okay, now you look at your indicators here and over here. Okay, try to make those go straight. Let's see if I can get that where you can kind of see where I'm doing there. Hopefully you can see them. I know I can't always see them. Okay, right now they're going like this. Okay, when they get over here it's high. So that's high here. It's high there. It's usually the opposite how it would normally go, you would think, but excess oil off. Okay, just going to put a wedge in here to spread them apart. Didn't really do much for it. The tighter you put wheels together, the harder it is to trim. So. This one does not want to move. Okay, so our high spot is here. It's right there on this side. One was here, so slightly twisted, but not much. The high spot's not dead center, the high spot's here. About right here. So we gotta hit it over here on the side to twist it over a little bit. Definitely got a lot of spring in there. Still high over there. This one's high over here. So they move slightly, but they're still high in about the same spot. Finally went in. People say you're not supposed to beat your tapers up, but I've been beating my tapers up for 40 years now, so oh well. Actually, not in this stand. This stand's only been beating on it for since the late 90s. 20 years beating on them. Okay, we're high right there. Kind of centered up. Good. Okay, we're still off center a little bit. There we go. A little extra there. You gotta make sure you got a firm hand on that punch when you pop it, because it'll hit you right in the face. Or fling it out of your hand and chase after you. It's a lot of force there. Okay, where are we at now? Okay, right basic spot. Hasn't changed much. Taper's bottomed out, but I can't rotate it. It's limiting how far I can spread. Okay, so now we know we got a problem there. Oh, it moved a little bit. Look at that. Oh, it actually made a difference. I'm down to here now. Okay, so now I gotta use more, unscrew the tape a little bit more on the other side. Not here. Yeah, enough room that time. Good concussion wave there on a hit. See how quickly that punch twisted around on my hand there. If you notice, I'm standing off to one side a little bit too, so if it hits me in the shoulder or somewhere not important. Anyway, finally got some movement. There you go. Taking a while. Okay, now we can start beating on him. There. That's right about there. Okay, so how much movement we got? Got a lot. Okay, we're good 6 thou on this flywheel over here, so I'm going to put it in the press and beat the tar out of it. It's high right over here, so I'm going to beat it on this side here. It's about right here in the press. I beat on it, on the shaft. Do it. Yep, high there, beat here. Okay, so go put a press over there. That's right about where the flyweight is on this side. Alright, so you put it back in the press over here. Everything's tight. Lined up right here, and I beat on this thing straight down right there. Give a couple love taps. Back in the stand. Back over here. Okay, let's see what we got. Didn't do much. High over there, high over there. Okay. Block the bottom of the flywheel. Most of the hitting one's on this side, not this side, so the jamming this on here supports this side, the wheel beats on this side. Put the rag in there because it's going to hurt my hand when I beat on it. Well, I broke my tool again. Broke the truing stand again. I guess my fix before wasn't that good of a fix. So I'm going to have to make that out of some solid steel now. Alright, so that's slowly into progress. I don't like them sitting down without having them tight. So, broke it again. So this part's good. Where'd the part go? That part there broke off again. So it sheared off on this side here where I welded it before. So unscrewing that out. Back in, because that's not the problem. The problem's the cast iron part breaks. That's the problem. Okay, I gotta put the flywheels here where they're not gonna get broken or drop on the floor. Put them back in the stand. Okay, so this here came off of here again. And this piece here used to be over here. So you tighten it up, you can adjust it. So I don't care about the wheel. I can turn this in my hand right here, that ain't a problem. The problem is this cast iron. Broke again. Now did it break where I welded it? Or did it break somewhere else? So I'm thinking it just broke right where I welded it. The problem is cutting the thread on the OD because I haven't bought a die for doing this yet. Obviously that's going to have to change. I'm going to get me a die and make this damn thing. Or I'm just going to have to cut one right now out of a piece of bar stock and just make the damn thing. Cut the damn thread myself, like I had to recut this thread anyway. It's kind of about where I'm at. I don't want a week for a die to come in. I don't think welding this is going to be, it's almost as much work to do all the welding as just to make the damn thing from scratch. And it failed anyway. So what good is it? Alright, well that's it for now. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do and do it. That crank is done for now. Alright, that's it. Okay, we're back. It's got a couple hour delay. Had to go make a new tool back here to support this. So the old one broke. So now we are good to go. Hopefully. Get back on the crank. So this is the part that broke. I don't know if I had it in last video or not. So this is the stuff to let go right here. This piece here snapped off. And it goes like that against the wheel. The wheel fell off a long time ago. I didn't care about that. That I glued together before. Now just, and then it broke again. So now I've redesigned it and made it out of different material. So maybe it'll hold up now. We'll find out. I'll do some serious beating. No time to give it a good road test and just get after it and see what happens. That's how you find out how these tools hold up. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, that just barely fits on there. Definitely got maximum thread engagement. There's another 1/8 inch more. I want to be able to put it in. Okay, let's see where the last hit put us at. Okay, whoa, we got some oil flinging around here. Yeah, oil. Flinging like crazy. Okay, see, when you wait too long, you get oil. Okay, smooth that up a little bit, get rid of it. That way it doesn't fling off and hit me. Get in my eye, blind me. Safety glasses on. Like that's gonna happen. Okay, good to go. Let's see, I probably should measure these with a caliper to see where we're at. Keep beating on the flywheel the same way. It'd be nice to know what you're doing. Okay, we're at 3.603. This side wants to be wider. And it's 3.591. That's why it wants to be wider. It's too damn narrow. Okay, so I don't have to worry about them over bending it. It's under bent right now. I gotta bend it out. So it's nice to check it to make sure you're not hurting anything. Okay, so I'm not gonna carry about bowing it out some more because we're about 7th thou off. I think that's what those numbers added up to being. Okay, where's our high spot at? That one's high on dead center, and this one's high slightly off center over here. So we need to center it up a little bit too. Let's try getting the center centered up. Probably should beat on this side of the wheel. Get stronger. Okay, that is now centered pretty close. And that one's a little bit off, so this one is actually moved. Amazing. Okay, so we're looking at these two pointers here if you're not figuring this out yet. The camera might not be high enough you can see the pointers. How about like that? And we can always blow it up a little bit too. You don't need to look at me. Okay. I'm camera shy anyway. You don't need to look at me. Okay, there's that one. That one. So it's high right over here. So you go 180 over, which would be over here. Pretty much where we're hitting on it before. So about there ought to be the sweet spot. Get some room for the thing to expand. Doesn't want to expand. Yep, I guess it doesn't need to. Okay, let's see what happened. This side got pretty nice, that side sucks. It's about where we were left off last time. Okay, what are we at? Okay, it's high right over here now, so it moved from here to here. This one here, it's high right here, which is about the same spot it was before. So it needs to get whacked pretty hard right there. Yeah, the machine didn't break that time. So you have to blow that out so you can see what I'm doing. We're using this little body hammer right here. About 25 pounds. Give or take. Pure illegal California lead. 100%. Except for the steel handle. They'll probably outlaw the steel next. Okay. That thing just does not want to straighten up. It's the same problem I had before, it's just one side does not like us. Okay, let's go put it back in the press again, and we're going to beat that thing down. So this is going to be up and down about right here's where we're going to hit on it. Boom! At least that's what we're going to try to hit on it. See what happens. I wonder how true SNS had this, because this is something that should have been finished a long time ago from now. I'm getting those threads broken in. Alright. I need this piece here. We're going to go over here and give it a little massage. Get that out of the way. That out of the way. That out of the way. 2 hits. See if we move this time. Alright, back over here. Alright, let's see what happened. That thing's getting worn out. Yeah, I didn't do much to it. That thing just does not want to square up. I don't think that's necessarily that true on that side when I did it either. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, what do we got here? Still high there. Still high there. 602, 591. Still needs to be widened. It still ain't in the right spot. Okay. There it goes. That time. Yeah. Another hit. Not helping that side at all. Not getting any better. It'd be nice if you had some movement on these things when you're doing this kind of force. This crank just does not want to cooperate at all. Let's see here. Try again, same spot. Oh, it went in further. Amazing. That's going to come out there hard. Told you. That had a concussion wave to it. That has some force on it. I don't know how many tons I just had in there, but I bet you that was probably 30 tons of pressure that was in that flywheel. It didn't make any difference. Look at that. Alright, we're going to have to take this flywheel apart and redo everything because it's not cooperating at all. You can't keep forcing it that much without having any movement. Something's not right. I've had flywheels that were tough to true, but this thing's not even moving. I think it got worse. It might got worse by half a thou. 602, and this was 591 before, and we're at 591. How much force did I have on that thing? Let's see, this is 770, and this thing is 982. That's 200 thou spread on the flywheel when it's up on top of here. 200 thou. That's a bunch of force. Alright, something's not right. So we're going to take this thing all back apart tomorrow or the next day, whatever I work on it. I'm going to strip it all the way down to the bare flywheels and put it back together again and see what happens, because this is not going to fly the way it is. There's definitely something out of whack. I can hit this thing all day long, ain't going to make no difference at this rate. So it's time to throw the towel in on this one and we'll come back. But the machine braking didn't stop me. Flywheel stopped me. So, alright, we'll give it a try again later. That's it for now.